What is going on, YouTube? It's your Schiller.com, aka the Professor on the Sticks. As you can see, I have the Mike Vick. I'm actually borrowing him from CC, trying to see if I like this Vick card or not. So I'm going to run a few games with him, and I'm in the playoffs now, so this is the money-making time. So Vick definitely needs to be playing well for me. My biggest thing is whenever you get a new card, especially like a 99 speed Vick, you definitely don't want to just try to run around like an idiot with your head cut off, because that's how you end up losing games. I swear I've lost so many games by getting a new card and just wanting to use them every single play. The next thing you know, you're down in a nail biter. And in the playoffs, I can't afford to lose a game just because of that reason. So I get a stop on the first drive, and here I am hitting up with Mike Ditka, the 99 card. I love that tight end. I think he is the best tight end in the game. I think a close second is that new Gronk. I think it's a 98 Gronk. So we got a killer combination with Bo Jackson and Mike Vick. So between that, like on pretty much 200 speed, that's a hell of a backfield with that duo. So go down the field, get a touchdown, and then of course he's gonna break loose and try to take a kickoff return for a touchdown. As you can see, Burnett slows him up just a little bit, and Mosley tackles him at the 1 yard line. First and goal, he decides to hit me with a QB sneak and jump into the end zone. And look at me just running around like with the with my head cut off with a chicken, man, just running around like an idiot. But luckily, I'm going to try to minimize that and be aware that I can't be doing all that. So get a first down, and then Mike Vick, I roll to the right. And you got to make sure, if you have a left-handed quarterback, you roll to the right to make sure to completely stop before you release the ball, or he's going to throw an errant pass. Hit him up with a little baby curl route, and now it's third and goal. Nothing's open. Rolling to the right. Nothing's open. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to roll all the way back to the left. I see some open field. Vick, as you can see, is 100% tired. He was definitely going to fumble the ball, so luckily I was close enough to the end zone where he did not fumble in bounds. And I hit him in the flats on fourth and goal to go up 14-7. Send an A-gap screamer and get a sack. And now it's 2nd and 16. Nothing is open. And he throws a dot right to Burnett. So he's made two big plays there in this game. Once again, rolling to the right with Vick. I'm gonna get some. Woo! That was a hell of a block by that receiver. And I'm gonna scramble in for a touchdown, send a dual edge pressure. Not a lot of people send dual edges this year because there's so many A gaps in this game that there's no need to send more people just to get dual edge. But I do it anyways right there. And the very next play, I get another interception. So I'm up 21-7. Hit him up with a little smoke screen for a touchdown. My opponent's going to quit out the game. But now, next up in the divisional round of the playoffs, let's see what my opponent has here in store for me. First drive did not go so well for him. 4th and 24. I pretty much just sacked him all the way to the 3 yard line. He punted the ball at midfield. Dots. We got dots to Demaryius Thomas. Now we hit up with a little screen pass to my favorite tight end in the game with a nice little spin move, and my opponent did not want any part of that game at all. So on to the conference championship game now. I'm back on defense with these yellow jerseys. A lot of people think they're hideous. I kind of like them. And 2nd and 1, my opponent scrambles. I don't know if it's that Joe Montana, or I'm not too sure what quarterback he has, but he's not that mobile. So I'm definitely going to remember that. And he's been scrambling out of the pocket a lot for such a slow quarterback. If he's going to scramble that much, he definitely needs to get a quick QB. So once again, hold my opponent to a 3-and-out on his opening drive. And here we are. We got the ball rumbling, tumbling with Bo. Now we hit up Bo with a counter. Bo knows first downs all the way to the 50-yard line. Hit him up with misdirection, and that speed takes him to the outside to get a nice 9-yard gain. Hit him up with the option play. Eddie Lacy, man. I want an Eddie Lacy card. If I pulled a golden ticket, maybe the Eddie Lacy is the move to go. Because, man, I love me some Lacy. And if he had a little bit more speed, he would be right up there with our boy Bo Jackson. And then the spec catch in the end zone by Plexico Burris. He's pretty much a specialty receiver. I think he's like my 4th receiver. And I just sub him in whenever I want a spec catch with him. Get a nice touchdown to go up 7-0. And I got a stop already. So the momentum and everything is in my favor to definitely take control of this game. If I could get one more stop, I think this game would be pretty tough for my opponent to try to catch back up. Hit him up with a nice little some pressure. He has to throw the ball early. Then 4th and 7, hits me with the curl route. Good play on my opponent's behalf right there. That was a bad read. but of course he gets away with it. And he's driving down the field all the way to the 20-yard line, playing some coverage defense here. And he's trying to roll to the left, roll to the right, has nowhere to go, pretty much throws the ball away. And then finally he throws an interception whenever he tries to hit me up with another curl route. So those curl routes can be very deadly. However, if your opponent's in the right coverage, more than likely those will be intercepted. So I get a nice little interception. I'm showing him abusing these little smoke screens. I abuse these all night. This is a stream game. I think I played like 8 or 9 games, and those smoke screens are just deadly. So we are up 14-0 with only 7 seconds left. So he's going to start throwing some Hail Marys, and Atwater did a good job of playing the ball there. And right here, I get an interception with DRC to end the half. Up 14-0 with ball. He goes for an onside kick, does not get it to start the third quarter. I love that post play out of the ace big. Excuse me. Hit him up with it again. Get to a 3rd and 1 with Bo Jackson just rumbling and tumbling to get the first down. And here we are with a spec catch to Burris. Man, I'm telling you, that dude is a beast. I think he's one of the best spec catchers in the game. I love that 6'5" height as well. So my opponent is pretty much flustered completely out of his offense. So now he's just going to start throwing up lob streaks out of Hail Mary. And I was able to get a pick with with Richard Sherman. Then he fumbles the ball, which is unfortunate. But this game is pretty much over. This guy's just going to be throwing up Hail Marys. But if he catches a bunch of those, then the game might not be over. But look at him celebrating. Like, you're going to celebrate that. You're completely out of your offense. You have no idea even how to move the ball. I mean, so you're gonna resort to a Hail Mary. You catch a lucky one, you're going to be freaking celebrating as you go in the end zone. Like, come on, kid. That's no skill at all. And I go up 27-8. And, that was a huge hit. But right here, as he's going to Hail Mary once again, I'm going to get an interception. He's going to quit. So next up, I believe, is going to be the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Go to MaddenTurf.com for any types of tips and ebooks. See you on the sticks. Hit that like button, kids.